Time now for your forewarned weather.
Welcome back, everybody. You may have woken up to a view like this. I know I did. This is coming out of Salt Lake, where we saw a couple snow showers roll through this morning, and it's kind of been on and off ever since then, but not everybody got it. This is from Scott Taylor out of Magna. There is nothing, just brown, except for when we pan more towards the north, you see that band of snow really putting in the work up in the central and northern Wasatch Front. Hopefully, we are starting to see some in Magna now, Scott. I won't want you to miss out on the snow, but it's just going to be flurries. It's more shifted towards the west, so Tooele and Rush Valleys, eastern Box Elder County, you guys are going to have the best chance for that snow overnight, but we'll still see some flurries along the Wasatch Front. We'll also see a few more snow showers in the higher elevations. This winter weather advisory holds on for the northern mountains, including the Wasatch Mountains, the western Uintas, and the Wasatch Plateau and Book Cliffs, but we're only looking at another 1 to 2 inches, so the bulk of the impact is already over, and the snow clouds are starting to get things under control in the mountain routes. Temperatures right now are in the 30s across the state, 34 degrees here in Salt Lake and Provo, as well as Delta and Milford, a lot of mid-30s, 50 degrees down in St. George. As usual, that's the warm spot, and then we got some 20s up there in southwest Wyoming. Now, this is a live view down there in St. George. Looks really nice. It would be hard to believe that we're even in the same state. Let's look at the next 6 hours down there in lower Washington County. We're going to be dropping into the 40s here in the next hour, and then eventually reaching the 30s, 35 degrees by ABC4 News at 10. And those clear skies hold on overnight. Up here in the north, those mostly cloudy skies hold on with a snow flurry here or there, with temperatures dropping into the 20s, 27 degrees by ABC4 News at 10. Our futurecast shows we could see a little bit of lake effect snow. The models are trying to pick up on it. Again, that's mostly going to be towards Rush, Tooele, and Skull Valleys in the eastern part of Tooele County, but we'll still see some flurries along portions of the Wasatch Front, and then we could see some flurries make their way across the West Desert in central Utah, as well as a couple of the higher elevations, but it's not going to really be much to dampen your day. And then it clears on out by Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. Monday, we're looking really nice, but you notice these arrows. That means we have a northerly flow bringing cold air into the region. So after this system moves on out, we're going to have high pressure that's going to start to build. That high pressure is going to keep us really calm, really quiet, bringing very dry conditions. But with that dry air and the lack of wind blowing any of that out, that means the temperatures are going to kind of just stay around the mid-30s. But this high pressure is going to dwindle, and then we have high pressure that's going to build to the west, and then a low pressure dropping in from the east. That's going to work together to make a very prominent northerly flow, dragging a lot of that Arctic air into the area next weekend. Could be a little bit of an Arctic blast. Now, it's still a little bit far out to say for sure, but the models are really liking it right now. Our regional forecast shows that we're going to be in the 30s for tomorrow, with mostly cloudy skies in the north, clearing as you move south. We're going to punch this in so we could break it down just a little bit more. The Wasatch Front's going to be in the low to mid 30s for tomorrow, 20s for the Wasatch back. Those mostly cloudy skies holding on. Again, on and off snow flurries, mostly just in the morning though. Central Utah also looking at a decent amount of cloud coverage, but less snowfall potential. Temperature is still chilly, though, in the 20s and 30s, 40 degrees for Green River. And then down in southern Utah, staying chilly with those 20s and 30s, 33 degrees in Milford, Enterprise, right at freezing. St. George at Kanab and Lake Powell all breaking free of the 30s into the 40s, but it is still a little bit on the chillier side. St. George is at 45 degrees tomorrow, and then it warms up by about a degree every day into the midweek. So our highs are going to be in the 40s, lows in the 20s, and then eventually we're going to hit the 50s by the back half of the work week. That cold air is not going to penetrate as far south, not yet, but by Sunday it could. The Wasatch Front, we have those chances of some flurries tomorrow with a high of 33. We don't break free of freezing temperatures for your Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we're looking at 34. Our lows are going to be in the teens, and there's going to be a little bit of a breeze, so that wind chill is going to be brutal. We will probably not even break free of the 30s this week, and then as that winds start to shift to a more northerly flow at the weekend, we could see a little bit of snow as well. A little too far out, but we're going to keep our eye on that. All right, that's going to do it for your weather. Let's send it back over to you guys.